couldn't I should get in. We should have just thrown him out the airlock, my friend. Oh, why? Where? Well, let's map some stuff because I do not have guns. Surge, and we'll do this one. Why am I here? What? How did I get here? Really? Oh, this sucks. Oh, you know what? I'll do this one. Aw, man, I gotta fight these guys? This doesn't feel good. Though I will argue that Gideon should have just, like, pretty much, like, tossed these guys out the airlock the minute he found out he was betrayed. So I guess being, like, I don't think omniscient applies here. To the Senate halls. See, really quickly before we move on, right? So, this wasn't too difficult, right? I think the other thing that could be tweaked is, like, how accurate the enemies are. Because I dodged around, I got to use 2 abilities, which was nice, and, you know, as long as I paid attention pretty halfway decently, I didn't die. They even could have thrown some more guys out, maybe, hey, we need reinforcements, this guy's too powerful. Like, that would have been really cool. It just feels like, yeah, it's just the balancing's really weird. So we got to think about some more ways to do horde mode, though. Horde more. I can't talk. Oh, don't dodge out. Don't dodge out. Oh, you almost dodged out.
Let's go.
That was cool. Proceed into the Senate chamber. Why do I feel like I'm near the end of the game here?
So now it becomes painfully obvious that this traitor has sold our centuries of labor and trust for what? For a myth? Will the destruction of our world, the wholesale eradication of our race, be worth the discovery of these hairy little primates, Inorum?
You irreverent fool, son. You've become one of them, haven't you? Have you not seen what these humans are capable of? The Seekers are killing them because they are terrified of the powers they possess.
If these humans are so amazingly powerful, Wysinor, then why are they practically extinct?
This debate is pointless, Savan. None of us here belong to the old faith. The few members of the council who did left when the coup began. We're not here to validate the deity of these humans. Let us get this sentencing over with and move on.
Yes. What has been the Seeker response to the coup?
Not you too. You were on the ship with me.
Will be measured, as long as we deliver the rest of the complicit party, as we take them into custody.
The rest?
We have already delivered one of your exalted ones
Oh,
into their hands.
no.
The other will be there shortly.
This ends now.
You, the troglodyte, dares intrude upon our deliberation.
Troglodyte? He called me a
It appears a
troglodyte.
blow to the head was not enough to teach you proper etiquette, human. Perhaps something more direct is required.
Oh. Yes. Okay. What do I get? What can I blow him away with? See, now that's a cool story point. Because now I get to throw it in his face. You have the shatter power. Use it to fire ice shards. What? This does feel a little weird though, because it's not like. Oh, hold on. We gotta experiment with this a little bit. Doesn't seem to be doing a lot. Hold on. Hold on. See, again, I can't take these guys in direct combat. It's just not gonna happen. Also, why the flip? It's a little excessive. Oh, the shards explode? Alright, hold on. The shards explode. Okay, that changes things a little bit. Wait, what? Oh, but
Where is Marin?
Your female is safe. We had to make a trade for the survival of our world. The Seekers would accept nothing else.
Exalted One, we must go. I know where the Encol will be holding Marin. If you wish to live long enough to save her, we must go now.
Whoa, okay, why? That's just cheap. Game, that is just cheap. Okay, I'm kind of digging the explosive quality, but you didn't really give me a chance to use it. Okay, hold on a second. So I don't know what the trigger was for that scenario, right? So I was jumping around, I was attacking a few guys, but then it just cut. Was it on a timer? Because like even then, I think maybe I killed 1 or 2 guards, but that was it. Like, why not let me experiment with the new power? Like, obviously I'm doing that now, but I didn't even get to blast the guy who bonked me on the head. That doesn't... Ugh. Game, that's a misstep. It's a misstep, I say. Also, again, with the cheap spawning, but that's something we covered before. What is going on? Seriously, I need more power bar. Give me the animation. Alright, sort of did. See you later, boys. I will say I do appreciate the fact that they give them different colored armor to help differentiate them a little bit. So that does help. Most certainly. Oh, are these on my side? Oh, I have friends. Awesome. See, that felt... Alright, so there's some good things and bad things here.
Where did they go?
They have pulled back to regroup for the final onslaught. It has been the highest honor. Halt! These are ours! Status report.
We've just secured the main ports and transit points above Arnis. The Eastern Rebels' defenses are crumbling, and their Seeker support is falling back to the islands. We've won, Commander.
This victory will not be complete until every last Seeker claw is torn from our world. We have much to do.
Okay, so, some good things and bad things about that. Like, that definitely felt...
We have caught an enemy unprepared. It is an enemy nonetheless, who outnumbers our fleet 2 to 1, who has superior weapons and hard fortifications. 3 wings of our fleet have trapped the remnants of the Seeker Armada in the skies above the main Seeker base on the island of Tehran. The rest of the fleet is converging on this point. The Seekers see this base as the anchor to their rule over our world, and are confident that they can hold it indefinitely. We are about to prove otherwise. We rise from the water with the coming dawn, and burn these demons from off
that's
our world in one fatal strike! The entirety of our fleet will strike at dawn as well, and fill the air with such fire and noise as has not been seen on this world since its creation. Dawn approaches, brethren. Home
your blades.
Okay, for all the issues with this game, that was a very cool scene, I have to say. Alright, so first off, no, we don't have a weapon. That's okay. Okay, we're just gonna mosey on up here. And we're gonna hang out here, and we're just gonna take our time. Assuming shrapnel doesn't hit us. Hey, you're welcome to use that, by the way. Alright, so, let me just get up to this rock over here real quick. Alright, so I think we're nearing the end of the game, so I may actually just keep going with this just to finish it up. But I think there were some interesting things from that previous combat encounter. One, it definitely did not feel as if it was super unbalanced. It definitely felt a little bit easier than before, and I want to say that the targeting for the enemy was not as harsh. So one of the things that I think happens in the game is obviously you've got AI characters running around, so you've got to figure out like how they're going to move, where they're going to go, what actions they're going to perform depending on like what's around them. You basically have to have it make decisions based on certain inputs. But one of the things that you can control is how accurate the AI is. So it's a computer, so it will have absolutely no trouble targeting you and hitting you every single time you're out of cover. The problem is that the player will then feel like they are fighting a computer. So like there are definitely parts like where you dodge, like the enemy like loses tracking a little bit, but then they can also like add in an error of fire where like maybe they miss you like every like fifth shot or something, add in a random sort of blah 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 blah, add in like a random noise bit where like not every shot will hit you, and then obviously maybe like hone that in as the enemies get tougher. So it's weird though, because in other sections it feels like the enemies are like very tight and precise, and there's other points where the enemies aren't quite as accurate. And I think that also has to do with distance, because a lot of times where I've gotten killed, it's a lot of like short, hemmed-in corridors, and I don't have a lot of room to maneuver and move around. Whereas, like, in that area, I had a big open space. I had a little bit more trouble when we got into the corridor, but even then, my powers were at the point where I could manage the enemy movement a little bit. So it's weird. I do think that part of it is the AI and, like, how harsh the targeting is. It does seem like distance comes into account, but it's also the level designs themselves. Because like Gideon like moves around super crazy fast, but when I'm in these like really small tight areas with the camera involved, it makes it a lot harder to enjoy the game. So that's like another element to this. In terms of like the number of enemies, it seems like they did a pretty decent job of like not flooding me all at once. So it seems like the horde mode that we were talking about, they definitely did it in like waves as people were coming in, which was good. It does feel like at this point of the game, though, I should be able to, like, kill hordes of enemies very easily, and maybe that's, like, something I can do with that flare thing that I have now. The problem is, like, that's a one-time use. And again, this comes back down to the issue of not having a power bar expand and grow or having a faster recharge rate. Because now I'm keeping all of my abilities, like, particularly Surge, in my back pocket so I can manage the enemies. Like, I think this game would be nigh impossible if I didn't have Surge in some respects. So it's interesting things to think about, like how like including like one mechanic can change the gameplay up quite significantly, as well as all the other factors that we discussed. So alright, continue. Oh wait, let's wait for that to recharge. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Okay, up we go. Ooh. Did I kill him? Yes, I did. Okay. To the next. Oh, whoops. Okay, little bit of an issue there. Anyone here? Nope, my guys are in here. Hey, guys. Oh, hold on. Come on, Gideon. Gideon, come on. You can throw ice shards from your hands, but you can't climb a bunker. What? No, let's come on. I'm still laughing because we're back to that, like, ting, 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 ting. Like, I like the fact that they have a sound effect, but it just doesn't seem right. Oh, okay, are you hurt? What are you, I don't know what you're doing. Yes, now would be a good time to grab a gun, just in case. I am cool with just using... Ooh, let's use the shatter some more. Boom, 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 boom. Objective complete. I'm like the only one here. Did that... Oh, okay, he did not just jump into the lava. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, come... See, that would be cool if... Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying. Oh, bad place to be. Oh! I got cocky. Man. Alright, well, it took me back here. That's fine. I'll accept that. No, I wanted the gun. Alright. So, do the ice shards get to the point where you will increase damage, unlock freeze mode, increase all damage and freeze radius, maximum damage and radius? Okay. So it sounds like it's getting there. The problem is that it's a common issue in not just this game, but other games where, oh, I can't do a thing right now? Great. It's a common issue with games. The problem is the later in the game you provide abilities, the less likely the player is going to, you know, level them up. Because, you know, it's much harder. Because they have abilities that work time and time again. Oh, that would have been so much cooler if we went into the lava. Okay, so let's get this over here. Okay, cool. Cool, up we go. So I do wonder how game designers account for that. Oh, I did, whoops. Right, so I guess if you're going, if you are going to have an ability later in the game, then it's probably best to not make it level up the same way. I'm wondering if that's a thing. It's not something I've particularly paid attention to. Let's, you know, I'm gonna have a gun out. You should always have a gun. Cool. Yeah, I'm wondering, like, what the proper way to balance for that is, because if I introduce an ability too late in the game, it's going to take too long to level up, and then people won't use it. So I'm wondering if the best way to get around that is to simply just have it level up differently. Like, obviously you don't want to like have it level up faster, and that may feel super cheap. I'm wondering. So would it be that maybe it's a very powerful ability? It only has like, so instead of like giving these, say, what do they have, 5 tiers each? Yeah, 5 tiers. Maybe you can have it, you know, only do like 3 tiers or 2 tiers or something. So that way it makes them want to, you know, really focus on getting it built up, particularly if it's useful. Like, the ice shards are definitely cool, but I don't know if I can level them up in time. You know what I mean? It's definitely an interesting query, for sure. Now, where do I need to go? Oh, hi. Alright, well... Oh, that's Surge. That's not going to help me here. And let's get Shatter, perhaps? You know, just for a little extra insurance. Whoops, dude. Makes me laugh every time. Increased damage. Okay, cool. I still find it super cheap. If I stand too close, it will still hit me. Like, what's that about? Whoa! Okay. Also, why am I not regenerating? Regenerate. See, like, how did that bullet even get through? It, like, nicked my toe. See, now, that is definitely worth leveling up. Just a little bit more insurance never hurt. Yeah, particularly while I deal with these knuckleheads. Alright, come on. Oh, it's really weird I can't lock on. Slowly. Oh, come on. Oh, let's just kill him. Alright, cool. So we're not facing... Oh, whoa! Grenade. Alright, so the Shatter is useful. It's just, you need to give me time to experiment with it, alright? So I wonder if that's more or less useful than the bolt. Whoa, little camera shake there. Yeah, I think I'm nearing the end of the game. I might actually just keep going. Oh, get him, guys. No, don't do that. Alright, here we go. Oh, okay, alright, well. I don't know why that was such a slow... Yeah, I think Shatter is more useful, because I peppered that guy almost full and didn't do as much. Let's just see. Alright, so it's a little bit more direct. I kind of just like the Shatter, because it doesn't go in a straight line. Interesting. Alright. Do I have the second? No, I don't have the other ability unlocked. Let's see how long this takes. So 2 shots here. Yeah, a little bit more useful. Well, guess what? We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. And we're gonna do that. Less energy drain! Whoop whoop!